visual aesthetic. It could be one game mechanic that you want to be really focused on. It could be audio, or it could be a story. So by having this one focus and letting that direct your whole thing, your whole experience, you can basically approach your builds slightly distance and be able to look at it and find out what's actually fun, what should we actually keep that will make the game into the experience that we want, which, you know, very often you can get bogged down when you spend months designing a whole gameplay system, and it just doesn't work, and you just keep spending months and months like trying to make it cram that in, and so
it was helpful that we didn't have pages of design documents before we got going for that reason.
Yeah, we just had this one idea, and then we just dove in, and it probably doesn't work for everybody, but it definitely helped us stay agile and actually find a game mechanic and a gameplay system that A, we didn't know it could exist, and B, we hadn't had seen precedent for it. I hear there's other games that we ourselves hadn't played other games like this, so it allowed us to sort of stumble on that and be open to seeing what was interesting in it.
For part 2, we'll kind of talk about a lot of the stuff that happened in our final 6 months of development as we got to kind of in the public eye through our Kickstarter and a beta. We finally kind of came out of our cave, if you will, to see how the game and the design got changed because of that. At this point, right about the time that we released it for China IGF, the FTL was at a point that it didn't have a lot of the stuff still. It didn't have boarding, it didn't have cloaking, it didn't have teleporters, it didn't have a lot of the features that you know are really important to the game. And then the biggest problem with it then was this lack of the layers. I still, at this point, didn't think the game was fun. We found success that I'm grateful for at the China IGF, but I was still really nervous about the game and felt like it just didn't keep me busy enough and that there wasn't enough going on. And so the main goal going on from there was this layering of more things to keep you busy. It was fun though, and just there was a potential there. It wasn't anymore like we considered abandoning it. We just knew that we needed more content to keep it going. Sadly, about a year into development is when we were running low on funds. Since it was started as a hobby project, we never really intended to go as long as we did. And so we turned to Kickstarter, since it was kind of, it was not quite as well known back then.
We launched about a week after knowing it
to be did a few projects. We were very used to being able to cut and move.
Hey, Six, what's up? Let me know if you can hear the YouTube in the background well enough.
Around very agile, by ourselves in our cave.
Before getting into my own work UI, doing a quick review of one of the success stories out there.
Without really worrying about what other people thought. But when we had this giant audience come, that kind of changed everything. We had overnight fans like talking about our game, which was really cool and really weird that there are these other people that were just as excited about this game as we were. And so it really drove the motivation, but at the same time, it was this immense.
No, Kickstarter part, I don't care about that. That's some minor funding stuff. That's whatever. It's more about the actual game being successful, the festival and light. Specifically the design approach. I like these guys' design approach. I read about them before. They're the guys that made... Let's go Steam. Into the Breach of Shop played almost 200 hours. Yeah, this is their follow-up after FTL. It's been a while since I made that. Huh? Did they make anything since? No. Well, whatever they're working on is taking its sweet time, huh? Tell you what. I tell you what. Oh, I think you're getting the echo from my mic, I bet. I bet that's what's happening. Probably have to have like mute myself during that YouTube thing. Oh, back to it, but I think I just want to look for just quick on the slides. Yeah, I bet because the speakers play go into my microphone and you get double from that. That makes sense. But I think yeah. Because I think I'm beginning to follow the same footsteps with a very early playtest. Yeah. Here in games, the highest priority. Just follow one single principle, everything to that. The rest don't care. Okay. It's good enough. Let me see. Am I running at 144? I am. Okay. I have this new idea. So I'm starting to build out two separate game modes. One is like a wild playtest where you can unlock all the skills, you get to play around everything right away. And now I want to start working on some actually balanced design. I can start from beginning, from scratch more or less, and then see what's up. Like right here. Like once you select a hero, you can choose either playtest or a new game. That's the idea. The only gotcha is I don't want the rest stuff to go up here up again. Go hide. Go. And yeah, the new game will be like the full version, right? Yeah. Because this will let me both have a demo effectively, but also for my own testing as well. It's quite useful to have all the skills unlocked, have the basic items available in the beginning, so I can do some actual testing right away as a quick load. And the new game is something that will almost have like a tutorial. Like you start out just with some kind of simple skill at first, and everything just kind of nicely balanced out, so I can feel what's missing in the game when you actually try to play it, as opposed to just go around and smack things out. I have a need for that. Otherwise, it's hard to tell exactly what to work on next. Hopefully that'll give me a guide. Let's see, how do I want to make this UI be nice and clean? Clean enough. Probably hide this other one. My approach to UI just so different from most games, I think. Most games just give you like 1,000 options and there's only 3 lines you actually need to look at to make decisions at any one time. But in case I want to remove anything that's extra, just get all that crap out. This. If choosing N. Is this what I want? I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, yeah, I need to load it. Look at, yeah. So here goes the away button. Nice seed. These ones to pick from. Don't want to wait to go back to the beginning to reselect. Maybe if I click the heroine again, it will go back. I'm not sure. Maybe just click anywhere. Well, for now, I can just reconnect the old button. So playtest button. Playtest the button. New playtest button. Check. Well, my view is that when you select the hero, your hero is right here, is already right center of the screen. The only thing I could do is maybe I want to actually move these ones out so that the hero is still visible while this is being considered. Because your hero already highlighted in the center, like you don't need UI, it's already right there in front of you. The one thing I might do is that when you do select it, maybe just move it out a bit. Here. That seems fine. So there you go, there's your character right in the center. So you can decide if you want that or not. And then you get to choose one or the other. Well, the hero object is right here, man. Ain't going nowhere. Think I might... Foreground semi-transparent. Yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. Centered. I'm not sure what we're talking about by centered. Is Carla not used anywhere? Of course. Of course not. Yeah, yeah. We'll clicky click. Oh, it doesn't hide this part. But I was hoping. He starts into this. let's go here. Who's boss? Okay, that goes away, but this doesn't go away. Why is it staying? How is it? Context, yeah. Click, 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 click. Okay. So the old logic is still here. Choose one, playtest, go. Much the same way. Choose hero, playtest, go. Fun of that. I don't know if I like or hate like misalignment here vertically, but I do want space for this. So. And this frame. I think that's fine. The only thing I might want to do is try to go back to player selection. That I can do with just this. Disappears too, good. In the future, we could add animation to align this button to the side, but it's whatever. It's whatever, man. It's whatever. I just do quick list stuff. Let's see, playtest is fine. Actually, I don't want to get into the string now. Let's see, which one is not obeying button? Yeah, okay. think I haven't done new lines yet. Let's see. Oh, skills unlocked. Let's see if this works for new lines. Ooh, no. Jason does not like new lines. Jason does not like new lines. Does it like this? Okay, slash n does not become new line, huh? I can do it myself. Does JSON support new lines and strings? Biscape that. Dich. It's not nice. It doesn't get converted though. Really surprised. Those are named. This one sees a new line actually. Oh, I do see a new line here. Maybe it's actually on me. Yeah, new line is right there. I don't see it. Why did I just ignore new line? Really? But I thought. Oh dear lord, number of parameters. Text. Texty, texty, text. Fields unlocked. New line. 21. What am I doing right now? Right now I want to include description of what playtest is, what new game is. And as part of that, I want to have multiple lines. So, which means localization files need to support new lines. It seems to do that, but it seems like I myself somehow ignore new lines. I don't put it on a new line, even though I should be. Do line break at sure. Then add a new one after that. Right. Looks totally reasonable. Okay, go back into here. Line breaks. With the Ghost. Carnival of 3 days. Hell yeah. Fun story. First time I tried Carnivore was like 4 years back. I actually had issues to switching over. I didn't have a good grill at the time and so on, so it was a bit rough. In the beginning, you might have to up your salt intake of some water. But yeah. Rubber steaks of eggs is definitely good, yeah. On a good path. Why am I not making a new line, bruh? Bruh. New line. Oh, new line only works on these? Oh, that is bull. Okay, I know why. Okay. I understand. It's unfortunate, I need to fix that. But I guess this works for now. I guess that works for now. Don't feel like spending too much time on this. Do eat organs? No. From what I've read, they don't particularly seem like you need to. Plus, liver has like, if anything, has too much vitamins. The thing is, from what I read is, when doctors say you need X amount of vitamin Z, that's not based on the carnivore diet. It's based on a regular crappy ass vegan diet. So for that, there's 1,000 reasons why I need more vitamins. Particularly because a lot of vegetables and plant food in general tries to compete for kind of disrupts vitamin consumption by you. So to compensate, need way more vitamins to do away with that. But if you're not eating plants, you just don't need as much vitamins. You just don't. Sometimes the difference is like 100 times less or 1,000 times less. I vaguely recall them saying, doctors saying, like glucose and vitamin C, for example, have very similar shape. So if you're just consuming a lot of sugar plants, like it's harder to process vitamin C at the same time. So that's why you need to compensate to have more vitamin C. But to that, I just don't need that much vitamin C. And even meat actually has enough vitamin C apparently if you don't eat plants. So you can try it once in a while, but I don't think it's a big deal. You also think about the other way. I mean, primarily steaks if I can. It kind of depends on the grills I have access to and whatever. Because think about like if you're out there hunting in the wild before all the farming began, like took down like some kind of big mammal. Like organ meat will be very small amount. Almost all the meat you get from an animal is muscle meat. Like organ meat is very tiny amount. Like you take down a giant bison, it's like a year worth of meat. But in terms of organs, it's like maybe once in a while, if you spread them out. So I don't think it's too important. Plus, some liver is nasty to us. Like if you eat some particular animal's liver, like for example, polar bear is pretty much completely poisonous as a liver. Just way too much vitamins in that thing. But yeah, if you eat something like empty rice, then sure, you'll need supplemental vitamins. Okay, let's see. Skills unlocked, starting items. New organics train. Do I make mistakes? Ideally, I'd make them in a grill. Like even like apartment community grill or whatever. If you have a big house that's easy to ventilate, then it's fine to do it like on a pan if you can, but whichever way. I'm not a particularly good cook, so I'm not a particularly good question to ask on that. I just do what I can. Actually, while I'm at it, I'm gonna put a link to my playtest and pin that thing in the chat. Pin it hard. Actually, it's not what I want. I'm gonna try tomahawk steak. Sure, I've had them before. Yeah, just a big ribeye like steak. Not a particular big deal. Not a big D. The cost, yeah, I mean, it kind of varies, depends on the cuts, whatnot. I haven't seen to be all that expensive. If anything, there's usually just very giant piece. Per pound, I haven't seen them being all that expensive. Plus, on top of that, like even like a like ribeye like basic simple cut is like $15 a pound or so. It's not that expensive, honestly. Especially unless you're humongous like me. Like, you know, like pound and a half of those will be good enough for you for the day. That's nothing. Occasionally I snack on cheese if I don't get enough meat. Also, if your buddy agrees with the ground beef is extremely cheap anyway. Belgium. In grams. Wait, 300 grams? That's insanely expensive. Because I'm pretty sure 1 pound, what is that? Is that like 0.5 kilograms? Oh no, sorry, the other way around. 1 pound is a half a kilogram. Roughly. So it's not even a full pound for 14, huh? And which cut of meat is that? That was ribeye. That sounds like almost like 20 bucks a pound for your ribeye, huh? I mean, that kind of depends because there's like many different cuts of ribeye, anywhere from like lowest up to highest. So price of ribeye can vary a lot, depending what kind of cut it is. But yeah, buying like directly from a farm would be amazing for sure. Because I'm assuming then they don't have to pay for a distributor and all the cost of shipping costs. But in the United States, things are so optimized that even delivery becomes essentially almost nothing once you produce enough and sell enough. Like in my case, I just kind of order online in the shop, just pick them up, and it's all vacuum sealed, frozen. It's pretty sweet. I almost want this to change color when I'm selecting this button. To just kind of highlight where's it at. The East Steaks today, I wish. I'm way too big just for two pounds a day. It's not enough. I need at least 3 pounds of meat effectively a day. Just to kind of break even. This is Jolt of Physics. This is Physics. I have tried Jolt Physics before for like 2 or 3 days. And I think I actually streamed those 2 days as well. But unfortunately, I had to give up on Jolt. It just wasn't good enough. Physics is way better. Yeah, I'm 6'3". I'm 120 centimeters, so tall AF. So there's a lot of upkeep to do, so I need a lot of meat. One of those tall people privileges. I gotta pay more money to live. It's pretty funny. But yeah, the reason I was actually, I mean, it's possible I might go back to Jolt actually. And that is for one reason only. In that they have CPU clothing simulation. And I'm considering pretty quickly to add a little bit of like pieces of clothing and just be physically simulated. And the physics can do that extremely well, precisely, and to scale, but it's only on GPU and only for NVIDIA GPUs, I think. Oh, you 191? Yeah, no mind, you're basically the same height as me. Very much. Well, in that case, only 2 steaks a day, assuming that's... Well, I guess it depends on big. In my case, 1 steak is basically a pound or more. So in terms of kilograms, I probably eat like 1.5 kilograms of steak a day, I would say. Something like that. Let me see, what is 3 pounds in kg? 1.4, it's about 1.5. Yeah. It's a kilogram of goods change, almost 1.5 kilograms of steak. And if I do any kind of exercise, that thing goes into easily at 50% to that, easily. How many eggs? I don't like eggs as much. If I eat too many, it feels kind of bloaty. At least the eggs I'm getting they don't go too well, so I try to limit that. Maybe like a handful. It doesn't particularly change the scale too much. Maybe between 0 to 6, really. Maybe average of like 2 or 3 a day. I don't want this to highlight though. Yeah, I'm only using salt. I don't need anything else. But the thing is, once you do that for like a month straight, if you just do nothing but salt, meat, eggs, that's fine. And then after like a month or two, just add something to it, just a little bit, and see if there's a difference. And you'll be able to quickly figure out what can you tolerate, which cannot. And the price of adding anything extra into it. For example, yesterday I decided for New Year's make an exception and have some ice cream. And now I feel like I'm almost hungover from lead sugar. Speaking of which, it's gone too warm. Hold up, BRB, need AC. It's the Rosman Zappa. So you know the Ukrainian stream, dude. I see you lurking elsewhere. Oh, is that guy still streaming or not? Let me see. Yeah, this guy's streaming. I'm assuming that's his game, some kind of Minecraft-like thing. It's kind of cool. Oh, he even has like half blocks. That's cute. Yeah, it's cute. Nice. We'll have to tag it, right? Yeah, I'll probably have to tag it. I'll do that. But you know what, for now, I don't want to do that too much. I think what I'll do is that if you click on heroine one more time here, this selection just goes away. How about that? How about I do this? That should be quick and easy. Oh, snap! Another raid of Mr. Mudbound Dragon. Oh, no, it's from Cricket. Oh, Mr. Craig, damn it. I was trolling your chat. Now you have a chance to troll me. That's unfortunate. That is highly unfortunate. The Cricket Raid. Nice. So welcome folks from Cricket. I usually troll in the Cricket's chat. So what I'm working on is a Diablo-like game. Sci-fi theme, bunch of lasers and so on. Generic troll 23, that's pretty good. Yeah. What you currently see is my main menu system, actually. I currently already have a playtest up on Steam, so you can actually play this on Steam, pretty much. The one thing I'm thinking is, currently what's available is a playtest. Yes, you do spy DRM GUI. That's right. You can just disable it all. And then you have my specific UI. So by the way, there's no engine in here. This is just custom C++ stuff. I have maybe about a dozen different libraries, including IMGUI. So I modify my UI using IMGUI only. There you go. So that already works. That gets you in a playtest. Let's see, what kind of stuff do I have? Let's get some fireball. My favorite is fireball right now, and the laser and turrets. So let's get fireball, turrets, laser. Here we go. Mr. Fireball. I need more particle though. It's kind of a bit too weak right now. Turrets, nobody to shoot. Get all the stuff. Must be missing somebody. Let them mute my game, huh? What do we want? Equip this, this. Glasses, I'll take that. Burn them all. Maybe laser too. But I do like my turrets. Really, I want to smash some walls. This plays a hero. Hero plays a bit different. It's all about physical brutality. Kicking that guy right in the face. Or punching, either way. Because I just push him to the side. Walls do not stop this guy. He can just break right through. Knock him up. Knock him up. Moving on. Alright, let the game play on its own in the main menu. Is the camera fixed? Yes. This is just like the Diablo games. Just fixed camera. Well, it's fixed, but I do provide you a slider. So if you really want to, you could. The main menu, you get to choose between either a hero, and you can just switch them up as fast as you want. That's right, slider. Because I figured, usually before games, they give you like a static selection or just standing hero text description, but I figured, hey, why not just like show what the actual hero looks like, how it acts like while in the game. So before you even click anything, the game will just load that up and it will play out all the actions. And then once you make a choice, Now I'm currently working on either entering a playtest, we get everything, everything's easy to play, we go into a new game. So we're starting to working on actually building out more of a balanced experience to see what I actually need to work on. I also want to showcase the bigger scale model on the side. I thought about that, but I don't think I want to. The reason I don't want to is because right now there's only one object and it's there in the center. It's like all your attention is there because that's the characters there. But the moment you have like a duplicate copy of it somewhere else, it kind of breaks your association to the actual character in the center. Like I don't want to have like the second image somewhere and so on. It's like it's I don't like it. I mean, plenty of games do that for sure. Especially like, for example, if you go into inventory, they do that all the freaking time. Like if you go like inventory, for example, by default you have some kind of item in here. I mean, character be like on a big scale, and that usually doesn't do it. Whereas in my case, I'm just gonna zoom in the character, get a mirror if it's a chick. The guy doesn't get a mirror, and off you go. I mean, well, also the game is frozen when all this happens. So you can always take a breather, relax, go into your inventory. It took me a while to get right because even though everything is frozen, the character is still moving and the hair physical simulation is still ongoing. I had to do a lot of magic behind the scenes to get that working. So let's see, let's get this new game working. That's right. What does the guy need a mirror for, dude? Come on. Come on, let's be real. If anything, my guy would just be flexing biceps or something. Like, what does he need a mirror for? That reminds me of one of my favorite 2D games, the Bro Force. Let me see. Yeah, for those that haven't played it, this game is amazing. Look at that. 50,000 reviews. This is the most American game that's made by non-Americans. Although the actual game is played like this. You're just gonna run around, destroy things, but it is fun in the bun. But in that game, I think... did they do that here? I don't remember. Do they flex in here? Rambo. That is awesome. Do these guys look like they need a mirror? I don't think so. Absolutely not. That's funny. Right. It's too bad these guys didn't make a follow-up to this. What about, this is a different one that I've seen before. There you go, flexing, that was flexing. I see that. There you go, see? That's power flexing, dude. Raw force. That is so funny. Oh yeah, this game is fully destructible, everything. Too bad I didn't have a gameplay trailer. I must surely have it. Because this game is even more destructible in my game. Right? No, it's more like an adventure mode. There you go. Oh yeah. This game plays well as a co-op, couch co-op as well. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Back to UI. Let me see. New game button. Yeah, it doesn't have a tag yet. Okay. Tag is here. This needs complete new path. Game requested. Check. Oh yeah, I wanted to do one more thing. I wanted to be able to click on this button again and dismiss the whole selection here. Right. 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 I don't want to do that just yet, actually. I'm done. Does it go here? It does. I don't want it to, though. No. Hey. I went back. Oh, I need to do the same thing there. Oh, this one doesn't. It needs to hide away. Boom. Go. What about gets truck, which mirrors like finish truck. I mean, maybe an accident. There are some walls that might be reflective, but I don't think so. Could see maybe some kind of sci-fi bike in the future, but just like mirror. Nah. We don't need that. We don't need that. What the guy might get is a girl's a follower, and then she will get the mirror. There you go. That might get to, maybe. We'll see. I'll see about that. Let's go C++. Enough of compiling stuff. What are we doing on source code? Still at 90K? Okay. Wait, that shouldn't disappear by just looking. Put it in the wrong... Oh, this one didn't transfer. The hero button, right? Back. Okay, all good now. Yeah. This is the way I want it. Yeah. So we can always click back on here. Now it's actually doing the hard work. I think the UI is good enough. New game request that I get here, right? I do. I do indeed. Time to clear everything out. World. Where then it's here as opposed to in register. Maybe. Just reload. Then here. What determines which world gets loaded? I don't remember. Oh, it's in that thing. In that thing. For a new game, I need to go into my tutorial level, which currently does not load it. Oops. This is it, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. See. I see. Um. Although this one does get controlled. This might work. We still need to hide the UI. Oh, this didn't do it. Really? But I thought. Not starting new game. Huh. But I thought. Or did I already erase it somewhere? Wait, how did I get... Oh, it got reset from that. Good. The right map. Now I just need to hide that. Right. Right. Just pass it. Do it. Are we Gucci? No, we're not. That doesn't get reset. There you go. New game. Hey, that's not a member, huh? Oh, unfortunate. I know why. I know why. Skin this is too late. Just too late. Is it? It wasn't requested, but it does remember it. I should just use this. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've lost the connection to the walls because of this angular wall. Something to think about. There you go. So that allows to go to playtest. Then back down. Yes. Can do the full cycle. Yes. Actually, a good time to save the progress. Test versus new game. Good. Good. Oh, these don't get chosen for some reason.
I need to dodge them. That one works. Need a new branch name, actually. Let's see. Do I have any crashes? Any crash reports? No, it's been a couple days. That's been a couple days. Why does he never use Crown Smash? Interesting that it doesn't use Ground Smash as a computer. Boink. It's so funny. So funny. Mm-hmm. You know, it's time to fix this bug. Why does UI not appear? Game UI, game UI. Must be somewhere here. Where game UI checkbox? Right? Game root. Okay. Good.
I got them all.
Oh, that's funny. So when I use something that doesn't have a skill set, it just invokes everything. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Oh, default is any. I need another default that says nothing. Still. Exactly is involved here. 2 skill. Still says any. Still says any. Let's do this. Wood. Well, I shouldn't even add that, to be honest. This one's not happy. Yeah. Do I need localization? Should be fine. Selected. Wait, do it. Unknown, that's fine. Okay. Okay.
The doors are now unlocked.
And hmm. Hmm. We can just play it. No, not this. Round. Metallic, no metallic. Oh, it's bright. We'll start metallic, and then once you take out the last guy,
The doors are now unlocked.
it will just go into lit mode. I don't like that. Kind of like that. Need to keep that somewhere. Think I like that. Radiate. No materials that. Materials. Material system. Wait, who's got access to this? Just about anyone, right? Oh no, I actually don't have access to that. And it's all the way up in here. Interesting. Was it somewhere? Wait, register. Register. This guy knows it. This guy knows it. This guy knows it. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Racking it up. State. Wait, what? Door's not locked. Why are the doors not locked? What is this? Okay. Those should be locked initially, actually. Game stage. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Wait, back to unlocked doors. But I thought... somebody else is messing with this. True, which means this should be locked. Playtest locks. It's fine. Can unlocked. It's the defaults. Unlock doors. It's too many different points. Too many. Oh, for a brief moment there is nobody, there are no robots. And that forces it into this, okay. Probably shouldn't do that anymore. Aww. That's a chicken tank.
I got them all.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, all that should be enough. Brief moment, run no robots. But those should not be unlocked. Hmm. going on there on the chat. Mr. Murat. Why do I count all the robots in each function? Well, the idea is to do it only in one place, because right now the idea is that the doors only unlock when all the robots are destroyed. Kind of in the way the way it's done in the Hades. But it's been iterating for months, so it's actually, I think I may have a little bit of complete code like in 3 different locations. So for active ones, let me see. So it's possible might be some duplication somewhere. Like there's one on the robots that's doing that. So this one actually counts how many active robots there are. And I think this is the one that sets it. Yeah. This is the only one that assigns it. Okay, at least that's only done once. So that's good. 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 Oh, I wish I had my own entity component system already. Actually, have my entity component system is faster in debug builds than what I'm currently using, but slower in release. Yeah, I think you could do active robots for robot size. No, iterate robots is a query. It's not an array. It is not, in fact, an array. Active robots, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is not actually an array. This is a special query that goes out there and collects where everybody's at or whatever. So it's not actually this way, but either way, it's not particularly slow, even if it was. But no, it's not an array. That is not an array. It's an entity component system query, which you can define to which entities it applies, and then at runtime it will update as necessary. But yeah. Yeah. Fun fact. Personally, I only have array data types. I don't have any nasty hashes, none of that crap. Just 1 quarter. New year, happy new year to you, man. That's right. Enjoy your work as much as you can. Does your query system support parallel? So this one is usually in the flex.dev library. They might have it, but I don't do it. It's in general, multi-threading is highly painful to use quite often, so I generally don't. They might have it something, but I didn't look into it. I just didn't buy it. And then in a little bit, sometime this year, I will have my own entity components replacing all this. The same interface, but just different implementation. And no, I wouldn't do that. No. But no worries, there are a bunch of other things going on in the threads anyway. Yeah, I was sleeping New Year's Eve as well. Well, I was trying to, but well, a bunch of loud-ass people outside. Being particularly happy. Okay, so if we finally have any one of them ready to go, then I'd say we're ready to listen. And if we are ready to listen, then I can keep it listening when it solves 0. Well, not the JavaScript triple equality. Okay. So this might break a bunch of stuff, but you know what? I want to do it. Sleep is good, allows you to do work well. I wish I slept better last night. But today I'm pain. Because usually getting hungover from drinking alcohol. In my case, I got hungover by eating ice cream. Voice actor G-Man. If Life Series shared a post on Twitter. Yeah, I've heard about that.
We'll see if I have the balls to actually make the follow-up game. It's only been 20 years, you know? Kind of doubt. I have doubts, because the thing is, last time they had to, like, really get all the best people to create a bunch of new stuff. That's made Half-Life 2 special in part ways. So we'll see. This time, I think the only way they can make Half-Life 3 special enough to compare has to be really well done story and gameplay. We'll see if I got the balls still to do that. That's funny. That's funny. Indeed, Half-Life is selfish heroes. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if this will work, but I think at least the beginning of working okay. Sure, long story short, right now I'm working on a new game type. I already have a new fancy menu UI in the main menu. So this is your starting main menu, right? In the past, if you just hover, it switches the character, which still does, but now, when you click the button, you're now presented with another choice. Selfish Half-Life, that's funny. Now you can either do playtest or new game mode. So this is the 2 new game modes available. So far what you've had was a playtest. So everything was unlocked, you got a bunch of items already. Well, it's not yet, but I'll add that soon. The basically unbalanced wild ass experience. Oh, I could use more spacing between the lines. But whatever. But the new mode is something I wanted to work on, actually balanced experience. Almost like starting from like a tutorial zone. So it kind of builds you up a little bit at a time, so I can play around with more of actual balance. And see what the game needs. So the doors can be destroyed while there's active robots in the zone. Well, if you're in the main menu like you are now, like right here, I made it like a special setting. So it's like the game detects that you're in the main menu. In that case, the door's just gonna get blown up by their own, right? Seems like you just blow up like now. But once you actually start going to playtest, like here, no. The doors will be completely blocked. You'll have to take all these bad dudes out before you can do anything. A new game now takes you completely different map. It puts you like on a starting map. And the idea you have your little tutorials thingies. I haven't done this map in a while, but I can add more side rooms in here so it kind of guides you through. This guy used to be actually up there, it doesn't need to be here. But it kind of takes you through tutorial sections. And then at the end you either take that door, or I think my intention for this door to be a shortcut. Like if you don't want tutorial, you can just go here directly. And yeah. If you want to skip tutorial, just take this door. And if you want to keep on going, take care, man. Enjoy a different time hours compared to mine. To do it. Oh yeah. So the door seems to be locked nicely. Make sure things are good and happy. Oh yeah, I wanted to change the color of the ground. The audio doesn't quite play. Did I get notification at least? Game state. Doors unlocked. Oh, that's not good. Oh, what I need to do is... Yup, GLFH. Good, will have fun. Let me see. When doors are unlocked... What do I do this?
How come this didn't trigger, by the way? By the way. Doors and previously locked. Sure. Cue this up. Good. This will be unlocked. But oh, the audio comes in separately. Hmm. I triggered it myself, huh? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it does a countdown, huh? Okay. Kind of annoying.
The doors are now unlocked. Hey,
Okay,
that hurt.
at least that part is correct. You know which one?
Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye. Hello. Okay. Bye.
Why am I not getting notifications
I
about
need to dodge those.
the mana?
Hey, that hurt.
Wait a second. How does that work? Not enough energy. Oh, it's a character event. It's a freaking character event. Oh, yeah. Right. Maybe just that energy shot.
I need to dodge those. Hey, that hurt. I need to dodge those.
Oh, it's the one thing it does not report. Ooh, navigation. Needs help.
I need more energy.
Okay.
Out of energy. I need more energy.
Firebolt XY. I'm going good, man. First day of 2025. Which technically I started my second year working on this game. 1 year has gone by. There's a more natural way of doing member initializer list in a class that has a bunch of members, like default values. My favorite for that one is the dot initialization. It goes well with structs, not necessarily with classes. Like I do that a good number of times, especially in my rendering code. For example, let me just randomly look somewhere, like here, for example. This is your dot initialization approach. It's pretty nice for this one, especially if you have some decent intelligence, like here. Let's say you have this whole struct, right? And the struct is kind of a bunch of stuff in here. You can actually do with my IntelliSense that I have. Yeah, it's called designated initialization. Boom, it just fills it out immediately for you, and then you can go through and fill it out. Like here. Yeah, happy new year, man. First day of 2025. And I found that to be a really clean way of just filling stuff out. But so today I'm working on what I already have implemented. There is a new main menu UI. So you can already choose which character to play by just moving your mouse over it. As long as your mouse is on the button, everything else disappears. Right? Everything just disappears and you can see what the character is, and if you want to play him as that. If you don't like, switch to the other one. Now, what I have a new thing now is that when you click on it, you give him a choice. I think I might want to have a new game actually on the left, not right. Let's swap places. Swap places. I want playtest be on the right. You met the constructor XY. Yeah, I don't use constructors all that much, to be honest. I just set the default values and then I mostly ignore constructors entirely. I think most of the data I have, so like I actually like write in C++, but I completely ignore all object-oriented stuff. So all my stuff is inside a single header file, which is 4,000 lines of code. And this is all nothing but structs. Just structs, as far as you can see, nothing but structs. So in this case, there's no constructor, I just set the default values as I want to. And then whenever these guys need to be initialized, I can just assign them as necessary. But yeah, if you're just doing an empty default constructor, like if you're just doing default constructor, you don't even need to do that. Because by default in C++, empty default constructor will automatically have the default values applied. So if you could do it like in a class, for example, let me see. Like this is a class. So this would be default value. So if you just call, like when this gets called, like I don't even specify anything here at all. Because anything that's already default value will be assigned default values by the empty constructor. Or any constructor, really. That's just part of C++ rules. So you don't even need to do all that stuff. Because I know schools, but generally they love going through object-oriented approach and all those 1,000 little tiny things you need to do. But in practice, all that stuff is nonsense and it's nasty, and just make sure a bunch of extra code you don't need to. But yeah, it's a C++ rule. If it's something default, that'll be called first, and then
your body of a constructor gets called after that. So even before you get to this line, all those default values in the header files already been assigned. And you can actually test it. Just break down the debugger. Some debuggers will actually jump to this line before going to a constructor. Actually, I'm curious if that works over here. Like, for example, if I put a breakpoint there, and then breakpoint here, let's see which one gets called first. I bet you it's going to be the header file. Let me see. Depends how good. Yeah, there you go. See that? We haven't gotten to the body of a constructor yet, but it's already calling, putting a breakpoint here, and then after that it goes into the constructor. When in doubt, look at the facts. Fire up the debugger if it's a good debug that you can trust, and see what it does. Okay, I think I'm good here. I think Firewolf stream was lagging. Oh, interesting. If I look at my own stream. Fine. I mean, run at 720 by default on Twitch. That should not be a big deal. Okay, now that that works, what? I wanted to give something to try. Game loop. To keep track of a state. Ground color state. In battle. Out of battle. Then I need something that goes in between. Lerping to battle. To out of battle. Hmm. We want to have a toggle. Enable ground color changes based on game state.
So now okay. Ground material index. I think it's a 1 or something. Yeah, it's a 1. Let's see. Ground material metallic when in battle. Yes. Mr. Dill. Indeed, man. Almost 3 hours. Indeed, indeed. Time current. 4 a.m. Dude, what the hell are you doing at 4 a.m.? Oh, for you it's January 2nd anyway. You're a wild dude. A wild dude. Right now I'm fighting between taking a break into League of Legends, so keep at it. That's right. Typed in Bangladesh, current time. Find your ass. You know what? I don't like any of this. Let's put all this stuff in the struct. Ground color animation. And then just shovel this in there. About that. My style is that M underscore is only for classes, otherwise I don't use that stuff.
A little bit earlier today, I had a fellow raid from Mr. Cricket. The one I linked him in my Discord. Okay. Maybe 20 something. That guy has been streaming longer than me, I think. He does his C# side projects in Godot. Actually, I guess it's a mix between C# and Godot script. Sometimes I feel wistful towards other game devs that do not take on such complicated projects like I am. Jesus Christ, dude. Sometimes stretch your pants. Right, everything inside in there. Because I had this idea. Master lead code. Have fun with that. Have fun. Really unfunny. Mr. Lead Code. I haven't looked at lead code in a while, dude. Actually, if it's like, after I go employ someone to do like enough lead code again, it's gonna be so annoying. I've done them before, because some few years ago I considered briefly going to a different company, at least for a little bit. I remember doing a bunch of them here and there. I just hate it so much. So much. Stuff isn't even paid now, huh? Well, it's too late now to come back to Amazon. Now I have to go through a full interview loop. So I'm sure they're going to do some kind of lead code. But it's been 8 years since I've done, well, since I passed an interview. I've done interviews in the past, maybe as far as three years back, maybe. Definitely have done that. I want me to log into everything, huh? What if I do it again? Let's say like again. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't know. It's getting confused. Is the kid learning fun? I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Despise it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just boring. It's like this. It's like this tiny, small, little tough nuggets to work out through. It's like, dude. Like most of the time, engineering, like I'm doing here, it's like, dude, it's barely connected to anything like that. So it's just about no point. Do you think in terms of future software engineering will be leak code problems removed from job interviews? I don't think so. What I found is that companies that very web devy, they just need a bunch of bodies, like the way Facebook has been doing, a bunch of other companies, they allow lead code just to being able to just kind of do some kind of test. Because the reality is, like, if you're smart enough, it is suffering. But if you are capable enough and you care to get a job, you'll get good enough at lead code. It's not a big deal. But companies actually care about the skills that you have, like smaller ones. They don't care about lead code. Like if you go to game jobs, like Unreal, Epic, they don't particularly throw you nasty lead code prompts, but because all that lead code stuff doesn't really apply to games. It just not really. So instead of they specifically ask you, have you implemented this kind of features? Have you worked with multiplayer? Whatever else they need in specific domain questions. They do a little bit of programming, but it's not particularly nasty. But let's see. For my game, I had an idea that I want to change the color of the ground floor based on if you've destroyed all the robots or not. So I'm gonna make it like dark or reflective when you still need to fight the robots, and then when you do destroy them, it goes into this bright blue. So that's what I'm doing right now. No, those are real numbers. They just, you know, some watchers just need to have experience of having a girlfriend, and if it means doing it like purely virtually, like in the fake fashion, sharing the same experience of 1,000 others at the same time, they'll do it. Some people are into that, especially people with lower self-esteem. All right. So now that I have all the data, I think I can just do metallic, crowd animation, metallic when in battle. Metallic when at peace. Right, so when I'm here, so if the doors have been unlocked, if I'm in battle, I'll just do it this way. If I'm in battle, well, now I can just directly jump to peace, and I'll do animation after that. Okay. What is this? How did that happen? Oh yeah, I need to destroy actually the thing. No, I still didn't trigger. Well, restart. Restart though. Bro, why? No doors got unlocked, so why is this not happening?
The doors are now unlocked.
Oh, by default this thing is...
Oh, but he feels at peace. Right, so otherwise the things are in progress. Definitely going to in battle. There you go. Could even do it even darker. Even darker. No? Oh, interesting. I guess this doesn't get updated until run it through. Yeah, I'm good with this. And then turns into this mode. So dark, bright. And now I just need to make it smooth transition. A smooth transition.
I got them all.
See. We flirp into peace. To do here battle, it's fine already. Something like this. My eyes open when I stream of 100,000 subs. 3 hours to solve. I think it was Advent of Coding or something. Advent of Code Day 1 DC. Still get the wrong through part 2. Yeah, there's not very many good devs out there actually streaming, especially with high sub counts, because getting a high sub count is a different skill set, a different way to spend time. Most devs don't bother with streaming. Like, dude, why would you be streaming if you're already getting a well-paid job as your main job at some biggest company somewhere? It's a waste of time. Unless you hate engineering and want to switch away, so that you can quit to become a streamer, and then sure. But outside of that, it's not particular a whole lot of point. Yeah, most tutorials are made by really quite poor people. Even worse, most devs don't spend all day planning out the next tweet. Yeah, I suppose. Before waking up at the fixed time just to waste time staring at the ID coding for 5 hours, yeah. That's funny. I mean, to be fair though, if you don't watch them, but you want to watch some kind of engineer work on something anyway, there's not that many of them that are watchable. I mean, there's a reason, like outside of Jonathan Blow, it's pretty short. And most good engineers don't particularly like doing tutorials anyway. So it's, yeah. But at least fun to watch Jonathan Blow work on his stuff.
But yeah, to actually get the high sub count, yeah, it's true. You do need to correctly play the game on social media to engage the right other big folks and all that. It's a good amount of work. Yeah. Right. Get a job at any big enough software company and become a millionaire is a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Anyway. So I need to blend the colors. If we in battle, learn to peace. Warping to battle, same thing. At peace, nothing to do. This is fine. Yeah, like bro, like I think Microsoft alone back in the day made something like tens of thousands millionaires just on that. The tricky part is like it's kind of hard to tell which company to join initially for like really big explosion of stock. Unless you like know it, unless you study markets separately outside of that. Which honestly, if you have time to become a really good engineer or you sacrifice some of that in exchange for knowing markets more. Am I targeting some old C++ dialect? Not really, I go with latest actually. I'm using C++ 20. I use namespaces and all that. I just don't like auto. And I do have namespace, you can see right there. Boom. I use just enough of C++ that's nice, doesn't get up in my business. Because I have enough C++ experience to know which part's going to be nasty and slow, which ones are not. So just being kind of careful about that. Yeah. NVIDIA stock spike was definitely nice. It's kind of hard to guess ahead of time. Yeah, yeah, that's why I only use like one single namespace for everything right now. That's my code. So far it's been fine enough. Yeah. To be fair, most of my actual data structures are structs anyway as components, so it's not that painful. Lockheed Martin? No. Anything has to do with Garmin is going to be slow as hell. Only go there. Like, you might as well at that point go instead to, like, SpaceX or something. Yeah, like, I joined Amazon some 8 years back. Not working there anymore, but it's, like, very difficult to tell, like, which company's going to explode next. Thing is, everybody's starting to use classes, so you can always grow up building object-oriented code, and only then you might need to consider if you actually need to go all the way to classes or not. So, learning to peace, learning to battle, otherwise fine. So this is first time switching. And just one coder. The thing is, actually I have 3 chats technically. So depending on the time of day, sometimes YouTube is more active, sometimes Twitch. It varies. It varies. I'm not worried. My primary thing is to actually make the game. Streaming is like an additional minor marketing ploy. Selfish games, yeah, that's funny. It's funny. I mean, to be fair, even before Java, C++ was going towards object-oriented stuff anyway. Like, even if you find like 20-year-old books in C++, they were pushing object-oriented just the same way, so
I think that is the direction for a while. Yeah. Like, for example, the one I learned was like a 20-year-old C++ book called Thinking in C++, which is free, by the way, nowadays, but all that one is just... Even that one was all classes. It's still good enough to get started, just to understand what the hell's going on. Windows code. Oh yeah, I see that immediately. Back into everything. Inheritance straight up. Warping time. Get it, get it. This. That's a bunch of bull now. I don't need that. Really? I didn't think that worked. I guess it doesn't. I guess it works. Do you have to worry about copy move semantics in my code? Nope, not at all. Yeah, move is kind of nasty. The thing is, move semantics are only worth it when you're doing a lot of heap allocation. In my case, I do almost zero. Like, very little heap stuff is allocated. Well, some third-party libraries, some might do some, but my actual code is allocated once, like in the very beginning of my application. You can see this thing, application location size, 600 megabytes plus. And then just use memory out of that pool. And that's it. In my case, moving is pointless, pretty much. Pretty much pointless. I try very hard not to allocate memory anywhere. Like, as you can see, like all my code here is no allocation anywhere. Just looking up stuff, grabbing it. Through entity component system, whatnot. Alright. Second and lerping. Good of this. It is nice, yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, the old Pimple style, for sure. At least Pimple has the point where you like slow down, improve builds a little bit, so it's something. The funny part, I actually implemented Pimple in one of my styles, except I did not use allocation. Instead I just created like a char buffer, and they just created a Pimple just like in place in the memory space. Boom. Same thing without extra memory allocation on hop. What was it? It's because I wanted to hide Windows API. Yeah, it's right here. Char implementation 52, bam. And then inside you just call the... you just pretend that thing is actually this class, and struct and go. And suddenly I don't need to include the giant windows.h in the header file. So that was nice. Okay, here. Time to lerpy lerp. Where's the delta? Pass the time here, right? Yes, seconds. Yeah, you can in place constructor if you want, sure. But most of the time, like I'm using entity component systems, so it's a completely different beast in that case anyway. Only do like additional like side system use other stuff, but a lot of more basic stuff uses. Like for example, even this whole class I'm setting inside, the game loop stuff. That's actually gets created as part of the whole big buffer, and that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm actually avoiding abstraction layers as much as I can. I think they're just nasty. Like, they solve sub rounds, but then create a whole bunch of others. Let's see. Warp into piece. Did I upgrade LARP? I guess LARP is fine. Yeah, let's go from... Yeah. LARP in time. From... Let's see, which one is lower? I think peace is lower. Whatever. You can always switch them around. Two in battle. Yeah, the thing is, abstraction layers today are extremely popular, especially in the graphical engines, dude. They built up so much stuff. Between render hardware interfaces or RHI to render programming interface to RPI. There was so much abstraction layers everywhere. Absolutely insane. New metallic. Material, metallic, metallic. I mean, I found Vulkan API to be actually quite reasonable. Like, it is very low level, but outside of that, it's pretty nice. Like, one, like, it punishes immediately if you try to allocate objects separately, which is pretty sweet. And after, beside that, it's pretty low level to the hardware, so it feels like you're actually understanding what's going on behind the scenes on GPU. Because like you're directly interacting with like a GPU memory, like where it goes there and so on. At least compared to previously working OpenGL, it seems a lot more reasonable. I've enjoyed working with Vulkan that way. Let me see. Am I even close to interpolating anything yet? Which state am I in? I'm in LARPing to battle mode, I see. Don't really want to do it this way, let's do it that. Anytime designed by Comedial is definitely challenges, but actually reading the spec, I've enjoyed it too. I pretty much read most of Vulkan's spec at this point. It was pretty nice, honest. Like I found the Vulkan books to be completely useless, but the spec was nice to read. We need to do the opposite, but that was actually working. Go. Hey, it's exactly what I wanted. So now when you go in here, it should go back into battle mode, and it's not.
Hey, that hurt. I can't take another hit.
Oh. You want to get into graphics programming, implementing text rendering from scratch, but not your graphics API to use. So in my case, I used Vulkan. Everything you see here, this is my custom UI, and I'm using FreeType to generate the actual pixels for fonts, and then from that go into my Vulkan and draw them as triangles. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like OpenGL, Vulkan, I mean, the conceptually they're about the same. You use something to create pixel either by hand manually or using something like FreeType, which is not easy to figure out, but and then you go and create a texture out of that, upload it up, and then draw in a triangle. Let me see. Yeah, went for the 2 API. Definitely more complex, but at least the OS actually tries to be backwards compatible. Every other OS just breaks you every year anyway. Yeah, maybe if I had like a lot more graphical experience, I could speak to some of that, but going from OpenGL to Vulkan, it definitely was helpful. A lot helpful. Okay, so I like that color progression. Although, why does it stay in this mode? State of you one. Oh, it's right. Moving to battle. And this should go into different state. Go to battle. And this to at peace. Yeah, backwards support is always a pain, dude. I used to work at Microsoft, and boy, developing code for like 3 different OS levels at the same time was always such a pain in the ass. At least now it's just Windows 10 and 11. It used to be a lot worse, dude. Sometimes I worked in product that like going for like 4 different operating systems.
I got them all.
Boy, was it rough. Why is it not going where I want it to go? Warping to battle. It's staying at 0. Somebody freaking resetting it to 0. Is it you? Oh, it's this one. Gotcha. The set part is as bad as that SFT API may be somewhere here and there. It's way better developing that on anything else. I cannot even imagine making games for anything but Windows. It would be such a shit show. It'd be such a pain in the ass. Okay, that was good. Do I go in dark mode here? No, I don't. Let's go see why. Let's go see why. Why do I not go? LARPing to battle. Somebody keeps setting it to peace. Somebody is setting it to peace. What an address. Never use it much. Oh, STL, like, bro, anybody who cares, nobody uses STL, actually. Like, even when I was working Windows Server, they did not use STL to write Windows Server at all. STL is more like a customer facing for little things that people don't care too much about. STL is only used by like silly programs. Anybody who cares does not use STL. The music. Man, you have a lot of hate towards that low level stuff, huh? No, glibc, is that of Linux? Yeah, shipping games to Linux is such a pain in the ass. Like, there's no wonder, like, dude, like, if Windows was really that bad, I can imagine, like, other OSs should have taken over by now, and they barely have. Like, Linux took over on server, but purely for the cost. It wasn't really for tech. But for games, they're just completely failing. Very sad. So let's see. It is at peace. So it should be lerping to battle. Who's pushing it back into peace? Lerping to battle. Totally fine and reasonable. I'm doing it again. We're still at peace. Oh, this is freaking breaking here. Yeah, Linux plus. There's no such thing as Linux OS anyway. Like, there's a kernel, there's a bunch of stuff happening in 1,000 different ways outside of that, so it's a mess. Like, I might consider at some point going to Linux just to support Steam Deck. That's about it. Boom, darkness falls on the ground, so you know you have to fight robots. So let's see, let's take them all out.
Not enough energy. I need more energy. Out of energy.
Boom, car's back on. This totally looks fine in ray tracing.
I need more energy.
How does it look ray tracing off? Not completely horrific. Fun of that, I think.
Out of energy.
Yeah. At least I'm using Vulkan, so going to Linux would not be such a big deal. No, my old bug, which I haven't fixed yet. Oh, compute shaders for GPU particles. You know what I want to do? I think I want to have bright colors in the main menu, so let's do this. I need to know. Because default is at peace, right? Yeah. And game state. And not in a stress state. Yeah, different glibc version of Linux is such a pain in the ass. Like in college, I was into Gentle Linux. And oh boy, updating glibc, I just give up and just reinstall freaking whole OS from scratch. But the windows haven't had the same problem. It's been pretty clean. Okay. But here...
All robots have been
I
destroyed.
really feel like chicken tonight. Let's see. What if I started and battled? And then on the stress test, bring it into peace. That should be good. Or maybe warping to peace. Or game state, stress test. Alright, that's enough of that. Time to go something more classical jazz. Let's see, when the game starts, I want to go from battle to peace mode color, which will be in a stress test setting. Yeah, Linux is nasty. You know what? I think that's why people created Docker, just to deal with all the insanity of Linux. Just so you can deploy the whole ass from scratch and not worry about it every time. Since you can only update Windows, nobody else even bothers updating that. Anything else? Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. Robots. So this is when it goes into peace, right? Yeah. Yeah. This should be good enough. Let's start from scratch. Should go from dark ground to bright ground. Yeah. Then back to dark ground. Take them out. Bright ground. Let me see. Energy orb, why not? Something easy. Something would just blow up everything. Not Windows, yeah, it doesn't. So I used to work on Windows Server components on C++, low level stuff, and we did not use STL. We used our own separate stuff.
The doors are now unlocked.
Hell, we didn't even use Visual Studio to build stuff. We had a separate build system, separate IDEs, separate libraries. Like maybe some client applications use STL, maybe. I doubt, maybe. But no, Windows Server Attack, it was all just a bunch of low-level stuff, avoiding STL entirely, screw that stuff. So yeah. Like maybe it's different now, but at least the team I was on, I did not use STL at all.
Hey, that hurt.
This one taking too long. Switch to laser. Hey, where's my laser? Bruh. Huh. Really? Oh, what's this? Could be good. There you go. Yeah, it could be. Because there was like different division, like dude. There was server was different from client. Like for example, here's a fun story. When Windows came out, Windows 8 came out, I was working in Windows Server. So anybody who was in Windows 8 client division got a bonus for $8,888. Guess what Windows Server guys got when Windows 8 came out? Nothing.
Out of energy. Not enough energy.
Also, when you work with Windows Server code, your requirement is different. You cannot crash, you just can't.
Enough energy.
It doesn't matter if you're out of memory or anything, you just cannot crash.
Not enough energy.
That was kind of amusing. It's like, hey, we did well, clients. Let's give everybody a bonus. I guess it's nice. But it was pretty funny how it was like made a division. It was pretty amusing. I wonder if the color change is too big. Another thing is kind of nice reminders like you. Even if you don't hear the sound, you can just...
Not enough energy.
Alright, I need some better items. Hold up. Hey, why is this not moving? Huh. Oh yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Huh. That is certainly interesting. Very
I need
interesting.
more energy.
Yeah, I don't know too much about details about the business or whatnot. Looks like a broke controller. Interesting. Oh, yeah, for the Windows 8 thing? Yeah. No idea. At least when I was working at Microsoft, I actually got pretty much everything for free. Like free OS versions, free MSDN. I think it was even free Office. Oh, you know what?
Out of energy.
I could LERP
Not enough energy.
based on how many robots are left over. As opposed to just go from when the last one is gone. It's kind of interesting, I think. Kind of interesting. Maybe it's too much work into minor stuff, though. So that means when I'm in battle,
I got them all.
That notification. Let's see, notifications. Where's that set? Message live. Let's make it maybe 4.5 seconds. Do that. Yeah.
Not enough energy.
That's actually useful now, because now when I'm starting middle of nowhere, for example, playtest has been going for a bit. I think back then, not sure about now, back then most of the profit was coming actually from the office. I don't think Windows Server made much, no the client. I think the primarily money make was the office. I think. Probably now it might be cloud as well a little bit, but usually it's the office that makes the most. Yeah. At least now you know that you're in battle based on the ground color. It's kind of nice.
Out of energy.
Give it a little bit of a hint. Honestly, my approach of the whole API thing, I just pick the best platform that's least painful to use, which is PC, Windows, bar none, nothing can close. I just make my game. And then some other people can go fight around that. What about enterprise clients paying premium support? I mean, that's probably what it is. I'm guessing something between. I just remember back then at least seeing. Again, this was like 10 years back
Hey,
now.
that hurt.
But back then it was the office making the
I
most.
need more energy. Not enough energy.
I'm sure some companies pay more, but probably by numbers, probably does not multiply enough. More people buy Office than anything else, I bet. Dude, I think sometime last year, I briefly took a look at one of open source Office systems, like maybe LibreOffice. And that thing was so laggy and nasty, dude. Holy crap, I installed it immediately.
I need more energy.
Made me appreciate the Office from Windows. Yeah.
Not enough energy.
Maybe this is like too dark. I wonder.
My health is low.
Yeah.
Hey, that hurt.
Let's go back to my menu. Hmm. Like features is one thing, but like in my case, it was just laggy. Like even my supercomputer just couldn't run it well enough. It's like, dude, really? Like I get lacking some features, but like just being straight up slow, they're just wild to me. Just wild. Yeah, think of like this. It's not too dark.
Not enough energy. I need more energy. Not enough energy.
Oh, they're opening quickly. Yeah. Dude, last time I tried installing Linux, just installing devices for like audio was a pain. Yeah, that's much less than anything else. No, man, I'm good. I'm good. I think like a little bit of visual help. Ground changes. It's metallic. Material property based on battle piece. Date. Yeah, it turns out like all this complexity of the office are insane. Plus, I just kind of know a little bit of how much effort Microsoft puts in to make sure the office is stable. Like they do a lot of big run tests. I'm pretty sure some of them just do like stress testing. All they do is just kind of open and save the same document over and over again for like months on the same machine, just making sure none of it just goes wild and crazy. I'm sure open source doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. Or like very poor quality. So you gotta get what you're gonna get.
More energy.
Definitely like playing this with the control of those stuff to make sure fix up all the control bugs now.
I need more energy.
Yeah. See, LibreOffice, I would actually take LibreOffice with way fewer features, but just run well, don't crash. But I bet they're writing some bunch of nasty C++ code behind the scenes anyway, so it's gonna be disgusting.
Out of energy. Not enough energy. I need more energy.
If anything, like reading Blender code was nice, because Blender is not particularly object-oriented from the areas I was looking at in the animation code.
I need more energy.
It was decent enough. Yeah. I mean, the other thing about open source is that the best engineers do not go into open source. So you're getting a B team to make another office. You're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Not enough energy.
A-team players go work for big money. What the hell do they need to do open source for?
I need more energy. Not enough energy.
Alright, let me see. Is it working now? No, this is better. So why is B not quitting? Oh, B is quitting this. What about this? Oh, it's only quitting out the inventory of the B. I see.
Hey, that
Mr. Animariano X. You can understand how to do this without an engine? Honestly, it's easier than using an engine in many ways. I actually think it's easy to do this without any engine. Primarily because a lot of the times in games you want to do like something custom and tiny to do it just the right way you want it to. And with game engines, you always have to fight them. You have to like figure out where it's broken, where it's not broken. Like there's like millions and per million lines of code left and right. And you're trying to wrangle the system to do the game the way you want to. It's always such a pain in the ass. And also game engines are written to attract like 10 million different customers. So they're not always geared towards your games. You always have to fight the engines no matter what you do. Is it locked? Is it somewhere else? But yeah, the best open source project usually donated. Like for example, I worked in a game engine at Amazon called Lumberyard, and they eventually donated to Linux Foundation to be open source after they spent several years and untold hundreds of $1 millions building it in the first place. So now it's open source. Whoop-de-doo.
I need to dodge those.
Whoop-de-doo. Let me see. Laser, yes. Actually, you know what? That's good maximum. Turrets. I'm just gonna put turrets everywhere.
Hey, that hurt.
1 turret, 2 free turret. Burn in hell, boy. Eat the turrets, boy. That's right, double laser. Ooh, I like that. Color change is nice now. Water cooler boomer is a pretty great way to describe it. Like, especially looking at some game engine that open source. Like, dude. Like, they're really good at creating drama, but actual engineering is always such a... Oh yeah, burn that thing. But yeah, building a solid engine is honestly quite nice because then you understand the whole code and it's pretty easy to add like modification to it, clean it out, make it run fast. For example, what I'm running right now is a debug build. This is a debug build, runs at 4K resolution, 144 frames per second. In debug build. Boom. Thanks, man. The playtest is currently on Steam. If you have particularly low power PC, I'm always interested to get results. Just to see where the bottom is. Because I've had this game run even without GPU. Just on integrated graphics. Yeah. The thing about graphics, you can always like add some kind of decent looking graphics at the cost of performance and 1,000 other things, but at this point it's whatever. It's whatever. I've actually tried building my game in open source engines before, because I've even written books on how to make games and using open source engines. Then I spent a bunch of time prototyping my game in Unreal, but I just couldn't do it. It's just not for me. Yeah. What I remember about using Unreal Engine 5 a year and a half ago is that default settings, it just goes so much. There was like so much shadows leaking all around. Like in default settings, they're so odd. Maybe some kind of easy configuration option to turn off, but just like it's just weird. Yeah, but even if you use Unreal, you still need a ton of engineers to actually fix all necessary things for you. Yeah, I definitely like the color change in the ground. Kind of indicates if you're in battle or not, if you need to go look for something. And when it's peaceful time. Burn them down. Go, let's just go. No escape. Oh, yeah. Fingerless. It's a lot of energy. Holy crap. It's a lot of energy. Rip. Sandals? Oh, yeah. Here's some sandals. I'll take it. I'll take it. I could at this point probably work on item qualities and stuff. Yeah, it's true. Like, if you actually talk to most AAA guys, they don't really like using Unreal. The thing is, even if you just assume the graphics part is fine and so on, in reality, to make a game, you still need a lot more tools anyway. A lot more tools. Also, networking in multiplayer in Unreal is pretty nasty. Most people rewrite that for their own anyway. I'm not sure what CSG is as an editor. What? Maybe I go firewall now. Let's go firewall. Ooh. I haven't seen it crash in a while. Let me try to see if I can disable links in Twitch. Let me see. Where is this linky link? Block hyperlinks. Alright. You should be able to post a link now. Now it should be working. Let's see, what crashed? Oh, I didn't check if something was alive. Oof. This is my like #1 error. Didn't check if an entity was alive. Good. Constructive solid geometry test. Oh, is that mostly for prototyping anyway? I think they were doing it to some degree. I thought they were. I remember briefly seeing some Boolean operators, maybe like a couple of years ago at least. At least it was like partial to make like doors and opening. I remember seeing them a little bit, but whatever. No, I think at this point anyway, I think they just want too much from game engines nowadays anyway. I'm island and give up, yeah. That's pretty fun.
I got them all.
To be fair, most of the time when game companies use Unreal,
Hey, that
they just build a lot of stuff on top of it anyway, like the way WB does and so on, so it doesn't mean much a whole lot.
energy.
If you have enough millions, you can build something on top of it.
Low. Out of energy.
Plus, the other thing I know is that a lot of investors kind of push you into using Unreal anyway, just for safety from their perspective. I've seen companies that were using like one engine, they were forced to switch into Unreal if they wanted to get publisher support. So sometimes you don't even have a choice.
Out of energy.
So if you want to make a game, here's the money, but you have to use Unreal. Go.
Out of energy.
That's all one thing I need to fix first. In your face. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That causes a nice reaction actually. Ooh, this actually gets slow in debug build. Poor physics cannot handle this debug mode. Too many checking. Too much stuff being checked. Would you break the wall, please? Wait, why is it not breaking the wall? Oh. How did this happen? Alright, now it should break walls. Interesting. Well, whatever. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's what actually I'm ended up doing as well. Like when I'm producing builds for playtest on Steam, which is like every couple of weeks or so, I usually actually keep all the array access checks, because that's like the most common error for me when something goes wrong.
Not enough energy.
Really, that was the only change? Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a break for my stream, because it's time to make some food. And I'll see if I'll hop on a stream later today. Gotta think what to work on next too. Actually, I do know what to do next. That's easy. Because now that I have the beginning of the game, I can actually start playing out the balance of the playtest at the beginning. And see what's missing. Right now what's missing the most is has to be the controller. At least for me. It's probably fine to play the keyboard though. It's so annoying. So annoying, Mr. Controller. So, yeah. Don't need a mouse to play. Yeah. Fix up to the controller because it's so much easier to play with a controller than a keyboard. The fun part, I can actually play at the same time. I can move the controller. Oh, I didn't need to fix that. Because right now it actually overrides mouse input when a controller is on.
Out of energy.
Bring me some goodies. Should be fine. New shoes? Yeah. Whoa. Alright, take care, I'll be back later. I actually have some viewers. I could raid somebody. Let's see who I can raid. Is there anybody doing C++ stuff? Golang, no. Bunch of web devs. Oh, I can see the tags. In Rust. Let's see if this works.